What they really need to bring is the teamwork. That's what, as Jordan was saying, take it slow, work together, just work off picks and communication.
Well, as you can see, Mirage is going to be the battlefield to start off this best of 3. Cloud9 themselves will be starting off from the T side of this, and Na'Vi is going to be jumping on the CT side. A little bit surprised to see it going to this map, but hey, we'll have to see how they fare off as C's will get the first kill. Rush will be there quickly for a trade, however, as the rest start to run back out. Stewie running out of ammo. He's going to have a little bit of trouble wrapping back around, looking for the shot on Edward, but no, he holds on. However, Automatic was able to get a kill in his own regard, and Tarek picking up one against Edward too. It's just back and forth all over the place right now, bringing us down to a 2v2, but now a 2v1 in Navi's favor as they take down Rush, and Automatic just caught in the open. Zeus finishes it off for Na'Vi as they take the pistol.
Wow, impressive retake there by Na'Vi. Zeus getting 3 kills, and probably the biggest factor of this site, because Cloud9 should at least plant the bomb and, you know, and maybe even have a post-plant option there, but that never happened, and then Zeus just ran him over, so good job.
Yeah, so going back to my point, I'm a little bit surprised to see it go to the, I mean, just the maps in general here. The thing is you're giving a lot of room for those ops to breathe, and that's dangerous given the form we've seen earlier today from Na'Vi, considering the way that Simple was playing in that last series, and to a certain degree, C's as well was having some really good moments, especially on the first map they played in that last series against Envious. So I am a little bit worried for Cloud9. I'm very worried for an 0-2, to be completely honest.
Yeah, Simple is pretty much on fire from the last match, and, you know, letting him up on a map like Mirage, so I'm assuming Cloud9 has something up their sleeve. Not that, though. Not getting shot in the sleeve.
He was really waiting for him to peek like 2 or 3 more steps out so he could just get the easy kill there, but he'll take the shots to the arm, I suppose, as Automatic does actually find that first. Oh no, Rush finds another kill too, and Automatic's gonna walk up. He gets another one against Flamey. What is happening? Na'Vi knew exactly what was going on here, yet they still bite into it, hook, line, and sinker. Now they've lost all of their man advantage. They've lost their gun advantage too, to a certain degree. And they're going to have to try and fight this out while they're in the complete wrong position too. Seized, even going into mid, isn't going to be particularly safe. As you still have Automatic waiting back over here by the chair spot. In fact, I think he heard Seized falling down there. He goes out to look for him. He missed his mark.
This is actually pretty huge for Seized to actually be able to flank him. I mean, it's still really hard for Na'Vi to retake this 2-on-4, but with being able to flank like this...
They know what's happening, though. You can see Tarek is checking for it. As they are going to go back in. Rush was able to find Zeus, and Seas knows he has no chance now. He had a lot of utility to bargain his way into that site. But I think the problem is that Automatic, since he was still at chair, he heard him dropping down and just assumed that since he didn't go, you know, further up mid, that he probably went through underpass and was going to go for that flank.
Smart play. And also 2-on-4. You might as well just have one person watch every possible scenario. You know, there's only 2 people left. There's only a certain amount of ways it can come. Flank, the kitchen area, or catwalk. Since Automatic was already in catwalk, that's the other 2. The art of deduction. Very big in this game.
Process of elimination.
To be a good player, you have to be able to do that really quickly at all times. But yeah, just a sloppy anti-eco from Na'Vi. There's just too many individual kind of peeking in spots. You see Edward gets picked off, Simple gets picked off. Just keep it tighter, you know? If I'm going to peek this angle, make sure my teammate can crossfire, at least bait me so I can exchange a kill.
Well, regardless of that loss, Na'Vi still decide to force into this next round here, and Flamey takes a risk early on. Tries to take a battle against Stewie, and he almost wins it, brings him down to 26 HP, but will indeed come out on the losing end. So Na'Vi start off with a man disadvantage again here, and continue that way. A little bit of molly damage being done there at top mid against Automatic, and Stewie, well, he almost gets the second kill against C's, the perfect flashbang against him. He has to fall back into the tunnels there, and actually, his smoke isn't perfect. Stewie can still see through that partially. So C's is going to want to avoid peeking that. Another smoke. I thought it would buy in the room to go back at a connector, but Automatic just out of nowhere with the headshot there from his AK will take him down. Rush finding Zeus. It's falling apart very, very quickly here for Na'Vi. And it seems like Cloud9 are going to be able to start off with a bit of a lead that they can finally work with here.
Yeah, this is going to force, I mean, pretty much already reset. They had to force buy this round, so expect Na'Vi to save next couple rounds after this, unless they somehow magically win a 2-on-5. Can never count them out. The bomb still hasn't planted with 40 seconds. You just never know. You never know, Blue.
Smokes to be deployed here too. Going to try to throw it, make it look like they are going into the site. Maybe even get Edward into the open. Cloud9 very quietly end up converging on the A site, where they will get a free and open plant. And there won't be really any room for Edward or Simple to do much here. Edward probably not even looking to actively contest the bomb at this point. He'll be falling into the back B halls and look to save the M4 at the very least that he scavenged for himself, which...
You run away to fight another day, Blue.
Where do you come up with all these rhymes from?
that's an oldie one.
Is it? I've like
Run
never
away,
heard that before.
Well, you're a young man, Blue.
Yeah, but like, what context did you hear that in?
I don't know. I've heard a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. I've read a lot of things. You know, Blue,
Like,
these old eyes have seen a lot.
In what part of regular life would, you know, you run away to fight another day be relevant?
Listen, I've read a lot of books about the art of war, you know, Sun Tzu and all that, to improve my game of Counter-Strikes.
Gotcha. Is that applicable in Counter-Strike?
Yes, it's very, very applicable.
It's a long book, isn't it?
It's not that long. But it's very, I mean, it's not talking about, obviously, CS, but the same concept applies to CS.
Yeah.
High ground, stuff like that, knowing, preparing. So if you haven't read it, you want to become a good team player / war monger, just read Art of War.
I'm sorry. Okay. Well,
it's double-edged sword, Blue.
yeah, I suppose. Getting back into the fight, though. Cloud9 are going to go out and quickly take top mid control. And we do have Rush waiting inside of the Palace as well. No royal kills happening here, as Na'Vi have a pretty heavy stack leaning into the A site. Trying to just essentially mob it, and hopefully Cloud9 will bite into that. Rush pushing forward, and Zeus.
With a Zeus.
As Zeus gets a Zeus kill. Oh, that'll just be a big ball of fun now, won't it? Come on. Aw. Not going to happen this time. Rush will take him down. Edward getting at least one trade, but it's short-lived as Automatic takes him down right afterwards. And that leaves only 2 alive here for Na'Vi now. Flamey and Simple. Simple just being spotted, but that opens up an opportunity. Actually, no, Simple gets that kill. Excuse me, not Flamey. Simple just a little bit too quick on the trigger there. So they clear out the A site, but they're just going to put themselves in the same situation as last round, where they're just on the other side of the map, and there's not a whole lot they can do.
Not much at all. It's Simple. I mean, if he gets an early kill right now, I think they might go for it, but it has to be very quickly, right away, and looks like they're not going to go for it. Simple's going to go through the underpass, maybe try to get exit kills, you know, whittle away at the money. It's like carving some wood. You can't do it all in one big chunk. You got to slowly just whittle. And as you see, Simple, he did not whittle. He tried taking the shortcut, and there's no shortcut in life, all right?
Well, depends.
Depends, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Usually no. You think it's a shortcut, and then you get your kidney stolen. It's weird. I know. He's got to watch out for that kind of stuff.
So, Flamey will survive the round. He'll at the very least carry this M4 going into the next round. Still has to buy like armor and most of his utility, however. He even picked up the Zeus off of Zeus's corpse. So, very thrifty Flamey is here.
He's edgy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is saving edgy now? I wasn't aware of this.
Sometimes I just like to don't throw it away.
Oh,
what is he
what
doing?
a shame.
You know what?
That's...
If he comes up against a person, I'll be upset because he would have a Zeus.
What a shame.
I like that shot by Skadoodle. Unfortunately, he missed, but it's a good risk. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, and it's going to be slow play from Cloud9 besides that, as they basically lay into a default here. They've got players ready to execute on AFDB. It's Stewie through the smoke, actually. Didn't even know he was there. He was able to spot Seize, knock him out of the round. Once again, Cloud9 getting themselves off to a hot start here. They're going to push this 4-1 if things continue this way. But Na'Vi still has a little bit of resistance to throw at this site themselves. They are very low on utility, though, on that CT side. They've got, you know, really, you look at the big nades there. They got 1 Molly, 1 Smoke, and an HE grenade sitting on Flamey. That's really all they do have, so they've got to be very careful with how they use those, especially with things still being split up a little bit here. Now the Molly goes out over there towards Palace. It's going to delay Automatic by a little bit. The Molly did come in a bit early, and Stewie, not only that, but he's able to get another kill into the B site, finds that it's wide open for the taking. There's still 50 seconds of the round at this point, so if Cloud9 want to route to the other side of the map, they can, but they're so heavily committed towards like A ramp over there that it would be very difficult for them to fall back and make it to the other side of the map without being noticed first. That's their big problem right now. But still, they've got all those smokes and everything out of the site, so I'm a little bit confused as to why they're still holding here, as they're all starting to go away now. It's going to be an open site as they go towards it, and they don't have the utility themselves to go in anymore. anymore. They do have mollies in one that they can burn people out of spots, but both the mollies are basically misses. They don't actually get anyone out of coverage. And now Simple coming in on the flank there. He's able to get 2 for himself. Rushed onto that, trade that right back, but Zeus right into the party himself. He's almost got the capability to clutch this now, but gets caught reloading. Rush spams him down through Firebox, and that'll be Cloud9 still winning it out.
Wow, that was so
a mess.
lucky. I know, I like this lineup. Let's talk about this. That smoke that you see usually lets the T's know that a person might be pushing, because you can toss a smoke from the CT spawn or the market window. But that slowness, that round almost backfired for Cloud9 because Simple is flanking right behind him. And so I think Cloud9 got a little lucky, be able to not throw that round away.
Oh, nice little flash there that we saw too. Kind of blinded the blinded Flamey, and to a certain degree Zeus there with that. If they were actually going to push on it, it would have been great to use there, but not the case. Just a momentary blindness for the members of Na'Vi. And Cloud9 slow playing again in mid.
See Tark's making noise, making like, guys, look at me. I'm throwing nades. Come look at me. Stewie 2K is going to do his lurky durky. But he's going to get pinched here by Edward, who snuck underpasses. Now about to flank Stewie.
A counter lurky durky.
It's going to be a huge kill, as now they have an AK and a 5-on-4 advantage. This puts C9 in an awkward spot to where the bomb's back towards T-spawn. They're pushed up in weird kind of default angles, but again, now they have to slow it down even farther, and they get picked off by Zeus, and now this is falling apart.
This is terrible map control too, just looking at what they have right now. Even like back B halls isn't necessarily a safe area for Cloud9 to push into anymore, because it is possible someone from Na'Vi would have gone in. And you can see they're checking for it now. Automatic, finally forced into a battle he probably didn't want to take in mid. Gets 1 kill from it, but then traded out a second later. So it leaves only Skadoodle and Rush alive. The good news is, though, is that Na'Vi do not know for certain where this hit is headed just yet. But with the aggressive push from Flamey, they should have a pretty decent idea. They're either going to go into mid or, you know, come out apartments here. It's the only 2 options they have. So they set up to defend that. Zeus already getting his first kill too, and Skadoodle will be denied the trade as he picks up, or as Edward picks him up and wins the round for Na'Vi. Finally, a second round for them after 4 straight from C9.
Yeah, that's a round that you probably should not be able to win. Stu, again, why are you pushing? You knowing, like, yeah, you want to make plays, but there's certain times in the game where you shouldn't be making plays, especially by yourself when the other team's saving. Like, you know, for the most part, you want to keep it, I don't want to say basic because they become predictable, but there's no reason for that.
Yeah. Simple up to bat first here now as he goes out window room, gets a nice first pick. It's a second too, but Tarek finally trades it. A fast headshot from him, and Skadoodle finds his mark on the ramp, as does Rush, taking down Flamey this time. Quickly, the tables will turn, and Cloud9 take the advantage here now as C's still stuck behind a smoke. Oh, but however, Skadoodle makes the decision to plant in the open. There's nobody supporting from in mid, and obviously they mistimed the smoke or something like that. Bad communication, as that was a huge risk, and now all of a sudden this isn't a secure round anymore. Tarek, though, brings it back down to normality with this kill against Seized. However, Edward should know. He's sitting right inside there, and Edward sees the bomb on the ground. Edward, despite that, though, being very active, but a quick headshot for him now brings us down to a 1v1. Big benefit for Rush, though, as he not only has his flank, but his infinite time. It doesn't matter, though, as Edward pulls off the clutch in the 1v2, wins it for Na'Vi, and puts them within 1 round of a tie.
Edward coming out huge in that round and in this match so far. Just making big plays, and this was a huge mistake right there. As I saw on the radar, as soon as it happened, I was like, C9 had a person watching the CT spawn. So there's no reason to be planning in that open spot. Yeah, there's a smoke there, but
there's already position for it.
So I don't think it was weird. Necessary. I mean, that's just the worst to lose on that kind of, you know, playing the bomb in the open. It's the worst.
Yeah, was the worst, I suppose. Is it lost the round?
I mean, that's even worse. But it's just like little mistakes like that. If you lose the match, you watch the replay, you just face palm yourself as you're watching it, because you're like, these are, you know, common or easy, like, new mistakes. I don't say like new, like, just it upsets me. I'm sorry, Blue. I'm just lost for words.
We'll let you calm down a little bit here. I'll take over the action for a bit.
Take a deep breath.
Seized is going to be, well, have himself quite the opportunity for quite a few kills here with the op in hand. We'll see, maybe a double if he takes the peek on it. But at the moment, just a big line of Cloud9 players Getting ready to roll into the site. There's the first one, and he'll quickly dip ways. He knows there's going to be more than just that one. The flashbang comes in. Great support coming out from Edward there to make sure that Seas does not get overwhelmed. The remaining crew are going to push back in. Stewie, was that a jumping headshot on the Deagle? Might have been. Actually, no, Stewie's down below, excuse me. So Edward and Flamey are going to clean up, though, and Stewie just gets the one kill over there from Arches.
It's a nice shot, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was that guy, too. I was like, whoa, okay. Thank you, Stewie. So at this point, Cloud9, go back to your game plan. Just eliminate those random pushes. I mean, they've been losing because of just one of the Na'Vi guys would sneak by their wall of a default and somehow flank them. It's happened a couple times so far, so it's got to be a little more adamant on preventing that from happening.
And Simple, despite having a hit-or-miss record here out in mid, is still going to continue to push his pressure. Make sure that his team holds control outside here. Edward leaving it a first kill as both him and Flamey push up on T-Ramp. They're able to find automatic that clears out most of the area surrounding A. They still would have to deal with the rush sitting inside of Palace, but he is going to fall back outside over towards T spawn. Even he's got to be careful about doing that, however, as there's the possibility that Na'Vi would have pushed up, taking control of this area, making him have to win this battle. In fact, he is going to have to win a battle, but just pushes into the open anyway. Edward takes him down. There's a second kill for these guys. The only benefit that Cloud9 have going for them now is there was such a heavy commitment to A that B is going to be relatively weak. You only have, I believe it's C sitting here defending it, and in they go. So it's a quick take, but the problem is 5v3 retake, still not the best odds there.
Not at all, and surprising that Na'Vi gave up so much of B. On a 5-on-4, 5-on-3 situation, they just only played one B still. You know, they're starting to retake right now as Tarek takes out Zeus and C's taking out Stewie. It's a 2-on-4.
Skadoodle thinks he sees something here, and now, oh, is going to be able to peek in, finds Edward. As he realizes there's players close up behind him, they have no clue he's sitting in this position. They don't even realize that he went down, but no, he overextends his grasp, and C's does spot him just before he gets inside of the smoke. They'll take him down, and Na'Vi win the round again. They've got the lead, 5-4.
That was so cool. I wanted him to sneak in and knife him.
Even just an op shot at that point would have been great.
He's getting there.
Yeah, let's see how Flamey finds him. Hello, and goodbye.
There you go. Sees with the up. Holding down the B. Staying alive. That's the key. Staying alive. They hit his site, but you know what? He was alive. Wait for his teammates. Number advantage. Textbook. Textbook play, Blue.
And now Cloud9 are going to find themselves in a pretty inefficient buy here. PT50 is a single CZ, you know, couple smokes here and there that they're lining up this execute with. And it's probably just going to be a straightforward A attempt. So Na'Vi should quickly rotate into this, see what's happening. And let's just take a look and see if they can stop this here. Flamey actually falls back. They're going to let them in. Zeus also trying to stop some of this too. So it is the half smoke wall here that's going to let them kind of go into the site, get a good amount of control. Doesn't necessarily get them a plant position, but as they start to push forward, looking for the plant itself, we're trying to stop that plant from happening. Zeus with the knife in hand, almost gets it. Over, stopped by Skadoodle just in time. Automatic will also get one more kill, but that will indeed be the end of it. And to no one's surprise, really, Na'Vi take control of this round, going up 4-6 now.
I'd probably almost call a timeout. You have timeouts to use. I'd just use
maybe
it.
after this next round.
It's like when's the fine line? You have.
Well, the thing is, right?
4 timeouts.
You have four 30-second timeouts.
Use one. Just use it because a lot of these games, people aren't using all their timeouts. I've noticed that teams will use one a game on average. I mean, you should be using all 4, unless you're like just stomping them.
I'm more surprised teams don't, because I never got clarification as to if you were allowed to do this or not. But couldn't in theory they just chain them together, and just do like 1 2-minute timeout?
There's probably.
Oh, okay, never mind. There is apparently a rule.
It's like a rule like in football. You can't have timeouts back to back in the same.
Yeah, yeah, you can only do one.
Both like one team, then the other team, but
yeah. Apparently, you can only do 1 per round.
There you go.
So.
But I think they should start using it. Like, it's a good time to regroup. You lost multiple rounds in a row. Navi's like gaining momentum. As you see, Stewie just takes out Simple. So that's a good plus.
Yeah. Good start. Gonna follow it up at least. Get more, and oh, there's the peak. Sees will find Stewie, taking him down.
He give and then he taketh.
So it's just going to be 3 stacked in mid here now for Cloud9. And in a moment, Rush will probably group up with them too. Actually, we'll fall back and head into the B halls here, just leaving Automatic to flank on his own. Pushing forward up on top of Catwalk here. There's a lot of typing in the chat.
Oh boy.
Curious. Flamey is going to find automatic, but Scooter with a nice shot, just leaping right out there. He's able to find Seized for himself. And Flamey now sitting back down below, looking for Tarek, but no, Tarek's gonna get the better of him all of a sudden. It's Cloud9 with a little bit of an advantage to play off of here. We will still have a flank coming in from Zeus over here at Catwalk, I believe. However, Skadoodle is paying attention to that, so is Rush. They're set up pretty well for this one. So I would be somewhat surprised if Na'Vi won this. In fact, it is looking like Zeus is going all the way up to the B halls, and Edward's just gonna work his way in through underpass, watching out for mid more so than anything. So not really looking for the actual win here, just trying to get exit kills. They'll let Cloud9 get a 5th and come within 1 round of tying it up again.
Smart move by Na'Vi, not trying to overextend here. They know that they're low. They're probably low in money. They don't want to lose an AWP. You know, it's okay, Cloud9 in a good spot, so, well, Edward's going to lose his gun anyways.
Feels bad.
No one dies, but, you know, yeah. At least they save an AWP for next round.
You know, it would be a cool concept for pauses instead of doing like 4 30-second pauses. And speaking of the devil, there's a pause now. It'd be cool if it worked like on a time bank, sort of.
Oh, I mean like in some other games?
Yeah, like you know how like in Dota you have like.
I didn't want to say it, but go ahead.
Yeah, you know like how in Dota you have normal time to pick a champion in the draft, and then you have like that reserve time too. Imagine if you had that in CS, where you have like a solid 2 minutes or whatever to use a pause, and you can use as much or as little as that as you want once around. Again, same thing. But once you run out, then you're done, and that's like that would like be like 2 minutes for the whole game or something like that.
Very interesting. I would say this could be something interesting, but
obviously it'd be like harder to keep track of and everything. But
that and people don't even use all their timeouts anyways.
Yeah, well that's the thing, right? Is you know for teams that like the older pause rules, they could just take the full 2 minutes and then just be done with it. But for teams that like the shorter one, you know, they can do like a quick 15-second pause and then unpause it really fast. And then you know they could take another one 2 rounds later if they want to. It works for teams that kind of like both those styles.
I like
of pausing.
that. I like that one a little better. It's give teams chances to talk about what they did wrong. Or
Yeah. And if they just need like a cooldown period, it's good for that too. And we're gonna get quickly into the action on this gun round. Automatic sees Edward leaping out there. He tries to bunny hop his way to victory, but not gonna happen. It seems like Cloud9 just show up to the DM round here. Absolutely dominating their way through mid and the ramp to get themselves into A and get full control. Seized, nothing he can really do. He's going to be forced back to save, and that will be Cloud9 picking up the 6th here.
That was a very good change of pace by Cloud9. They moved their default or their mid take a lot quicker than the previous rounds. They were just really slow and methodical. So it'd be interesting to see what Cloud9 is going to do this next round. Are they going to go a little faster again? Are they going to do an A execute? Are they going to, you know, maybe hit B? It's really what they're thinking.
There's automatic stopping the save from Seized, completes the round indeed. And there we go, tied up 6-6. Neither team with a massive amount of control, but now Na'Vi going to be put onto another half buy here, so things are looking good for Cloud9 to try and push forward and at the very least take the lead to edge out this half.
See Zeus buys. I think that was he's going to get about. He's going to get about 1,900 next round, so 3,900. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't think Zeus should have bought armor. Well, he gets a kill, so why not? He didn't get shot.
One at least.
He didn't get shot, so I'm just saying maybe he should have saved. I think they could buy next round if they all full saved, but I don't know if that's what he wants.
Good nade from Rush there to make sure he gets the kill into Flamey. And now Seized and Simple are all that's left on that A site. Cloud9 might just even go for the battle there, not really seeming to care too much about it. The bomb is kind of floating between over there in T's spawn right now, not necessarily particularly focused on either bomb site, but as they push forward, at the very least, Simple's going to act as a distraction so that Seized can move in, getting that kill. And now Seized is really kicking it into high gear here. He's going to move forward, try to find a gun, so that he can quickly race back over towards B, where we are going to see Cloud9 moving to look for the plant. I'm not sure if Tarek realizes, though, but Simple's out, and there's a quick headshot for him. There's no way this is going to happen again. We'll have to see, though, as he picked up the AK. Close quarters battle against Automatic, and he knows he's there. So Automatic is going to be able to trade that back out. Now it's on Seized in the 1v2. He's got to clutch this out. As he moves up to the edge of the market, it will get mollied, so he's not going to be presented with an opportunity to move out there just yet. The door is open for him. That's also going to get smoked. He doesn't seem to care too much. Automatically spotted him on the cross, and that will prompt the peek from Stewie to close out on the round, give it to C9, and also give them the lead.
Not too shabby right there. I was like, well, Na'Vi, why are they buying? Guess what? They almost win the round. And I'm like, maybe I should just do the opposite of what I think. take my advice from earlier. What you think is the logical way, just do the opposite.
Yeah. It's chaos theory.
It's chaos. And it worked. Well, almost worked for Na'Vi.
And Cloud9 will take their second pause. See, they're using them. They're using a few more.
It's maybe they heard the stream. Maybe they're taking my advice. Maybe someone phoned them in. Guys, use more pauses. Come on.
They're just taking your advice. It's clearly. They heard you were casting, and they.
I mean, they know I'm full of knowledge and hot pockets and stuff, and so it's all good.
You didn't have hot pockets today, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, the sandwiches.
Yeah, we had sandwiches.
Yeah.
The old turkey avocado.
I didn't have a sandwich yet.
Why?
What?
Blue, you need to eat.
I'm not a sandwich
You're a growing young man. You need to get those nutrients.
I like meat.
Yeah. Well, there's some meat sandwiches over there. All the pastrami you want.
Yeah, but it's got like lettuce and tomatoes on it.
You could
Not a fan.
You need to eat those vegetables, bro.
You don't need to.
If Seized eats vegetables, you need to as well.
Well, does he though? Do you know this?
I'm assuming.
All right. Well, into the next gun round here, as it is a double op setup from Na'Vi. And Seized will be positioned. Probably going to get the first bit of combat too over here outside of the apartments. Edward is available to support him closer towards Cat. But as Seized tries to push forward, the flashbang. Well, yeah, complete miss. Cloud9 really not doing much just yet, but that's going to change here now. As they have started to push forward, setting up their smokes. Move in. However, again, no follow-up. In fact, everybody is falling outside of these B halls right now. They've just left Stewie on the inside. They would try to catch anyone from Na'Vi that would go into those apps to look for any stragglers.
It's a weird, very weird setup. They tried doing like a little fake here. Well, it's going to be like a double fake. Like a bad fake, you know? You just throw a back fake. Hey, look, this obvious fake. We're going A. Which they are going. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. I thought the double fake back to B.
Well, Tarek does eventually just peek into it. Stewie's here waiting as well, trying to trade that back. But oh, Rush quickly takes down Simple. Seized does kill the last player on B, but now comes the real play as Rush is going to be able to take down Flamey. A trade from Zeus. And still looking for more hits here as Skadoodle pushes forward. He's able to take down Zeus. That will give them the plant, but it's an even situation, a 2v2. The good news is, though, is they got Na'Vi to waste a lot of their utility over on that B site, so they really don't have a whole lot for this retake. They do have a kit, so they've got the extra 5 seconds, but in terms of actually getting back in here with a molly or smoke to force someone out, none of that to be seen. Just a single flashbang, which was just used, and I believe they have an HE as well. Edward getting the first kill, though, puts it all on Skadoodle. He's not even really going to be given a chance there. Barely even saw Edward. Quick shots from him, as Na'Vi will pick up another round and tie it up 7-7, heading into the last round of the half.
Edward coming out this match. He's been clutch all game, winning these scenarios. This could have been a way different score if Edward hasn't won, you know, the rounds that he won earlier.
So a nice little replay there on Edward. I said very, very quick to take down Skadoodle and win that up. So that could have been dangerous if he hits that first shot. But going into it, both teams have a relatively full buy. Na'Vi obviously having to make a few sacrifices here. Flamey going down to an ump, but I think that's good. That sacrifice down to an ump is what allows them to keep the double up setup alive. And that's really what they want to favor towards here. Is that worked out well for them in the last round. So they're going to play it again here on the final round of their CT side.
I like to smoke. This is the window smoke. If he throws it properly.
Nice. He's getting a little scared now, I think.
He's getting scared. He's getting shook. Oh, they lined up again. So
finally, we will see it tossed out here by Automatic. And oh, thought it missed for a second, but
almost. It's a good window smoke. It's very easy to do. You can do it from the halls. There you go. There's 10,000 people just learning to smoke.
I think there's more than that.
Well, I'm sure some of them already knew about it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you look at you thinking ahead. Anyway, Zeus will get this first kill as the Cloud9 players attempt to go in an entry. And Stewie's just being allowed to get away with murder at this point. He gets a kill, he gets an assist on the second one. Sees this other guy going down. This is so nice from Stewie. He's going to look for one more kill, but finally gets taken down by Seized. The damage is done, but look at this Seized. Single-handedly bringing his team back into the round, ties it into a 2v2. Gets the nade kill as well. But they're retaking the wrong side right now, so they're going to want to change up their role real quick.
Took him a good, like, 5 seconds to realize
to be honest, I didn't realize what was going on there first either. I got a little bit confused myself. But Automatic, he's going to be taken down pretty quickly by C's as they work their way back over there to Cat. And now Skadoodle again looking to clutch, but this time doesn't have an op to play with. The thing is, though, Na'Vi are low on time, so they're going to be making mistakes as they go into this site simply because they need to get to the bomb very quickly. They dive onto it. Skadoodle gets the first kill. C's is committed to it, though, and just barely gets it. Clutches it out for Cloud9, and that's going to give them the lead to end out the half. 8-7 will be their lead, ladies and gentlemen. Do stick with us and find out if they can keep that going into the second half as we return Cloud9 versus Na'Vi at ESL 1 New York.
ESL 1 New York is brought to you in part by Intel, Logitech G, Republic of Gamers, GoDaddy, and StubHub.
We are back once again, folks, here in our final matchup for this group. The winner moves on into the arena. The loser, unfortunately, goes home early before getting to experience that big stage. Of course, it is a best-of-3, so this map is not going to decide it just yet. We still have the next map and potentially the one afterwards to decide that. But to start things off, Cloud9 do have the slight lead, 8-7, as they now jump onto the CT side here on Mirage.
Very close match indeed, and it's very hard to tell who's really leading right now. Such a close match, such back and forth.
Yeah, really like all over the... Oh, okay. Automatic. 2 quick headshots for him. He's going to look for another, but he's got to go for the reload really quickly. And now being pushed upon here, Simple, of all people, will be the one to take him down here. And Flamey chimes into it too. Simple's not going to last very long, though. Skadoodle takes him down. Looking for the second one as he does massive damage over to C's. Really wants that kill. Can't find it. And in the meantime, back down below here. Trying to look and see how C's is doing, but yeah, ultimately just can't get out there. And Cloud9 do indeed shut it down, so the teams go 1 for 1 on pistols for this map.
Yeah, the double kill by Automatic at the start of the round at the triple box really just made it that much easier. Na'Vi try to keep it simple, just an flash, smoke, and just get out there. Does not pay off. Sometimes he's got to hit those shots, Blue.
No, it does not. And so Cloud9 will end up on the better buy this round, as Na'Vi does decide to force into it, since they didn't necessarily get themselves the plant there. A lot of CZs as we come to expect it. Okay, there's Simple. Quick shot for him. Goodbye to Stewie. I believe he was playing a connector, judging from the blood spat there.
He does that so much in pugs and everything. I see so many videos of Simple just peeking middle getting 1Ds. This is trademark.
Just Deagle crazy.
He's a crazy man.
Careful now. Well, C's. Oh, this could be trouble for Cloud9. Oh no. C's sits here patiently, waits highly up. Okay, that was a messy spray, but he got the kill. Now he's going to be careful peeking into it. Picks up the FAMAS, tries to go for the correction there. But Rush is going to trade that back, bringing us back into a 3v4 as Rush gets another kill. It'll be evened. 3v3. And then, oh, okay, there's another one. This time it's from Edward, however. Tarek in mid, looking for kills himself. Simple finds him out. It's not a 1D, but it's a 2-tapper. Takes out Tarek. And now just leaves a Rush alone in a 1v3 as Na'Vi are looking likely to upset in this second round. And there you go, Simple. It's the third and final kill, even survives the round with a single point of health. Na'Vi right back into it now.
When C9 gets up, I feel like Stewie just has to do something random to peek. He has to. I feel like Stewie has to peek He's always peeking and always dying a lot of times first. It feels like it.
He doesn't have to. It's just.
I mean, like I'm doing his point of view. Like I have to peek. He doesn't have to peek, as you said. He doesn't have to
okay.
peek.
I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
I may have said that weirdly, but
You were role playing a little bit.
role playing. Look again. See, Stu is always involved within like the first kill, first death.
He was really chasing that.
And it works.
Too.
I mean, sometimes it works. Like you win ecos, sometimes you lose ecos because of it. So it's like a double-edged sword with him.
Yeah. So Tarek is now going to be challenged over here at B. Oh, all right. Very well adjusted. None of the players messed that up, actually. Unfortunately, he doesn't realize that there's potentially going to be more players pushing out, so Simple quickly gets the trade on him. That does leave the site open, but it's a very disadvantage to Na'Vi right now, with this obviously being a 2v4s. They've got to be careful about this, as pretty much everyone from Cloud9 is going to push their way into market. Simple already finding one, gets the second too, and again, same as last round, very, very low HP after picking up a couple of kills here. He's almost got the ace, actually. Edward maybe wanting to fall back a little bit. He's definitely expecting some guys to come out from mid, but at the moment that's not happening. And Simple, I think, is expecting there to be more pressure from the other way too. So that's actually a bit of it's a pretty big misread, as now Edward's gonna have to go back in. I believe this is planted for him. Yeah, it is. It's planted right in the open, so he can just sit here and delay this all day. He's gonna want to get out soon though and stop that plant. The flash, he blinded himself, and now they can just stick on him. He's gonna get this kill in time. He does get it in time, and combos the spray too into his second kill. That was dodgy, but Edward does get it done for Na'Vi.
That was pretty silly. They'll blind yourself now. If you had a kit, yeah, that could have been a lot different. Which you'd think, where are the kits? Where are the kits? I don't know.
Not there, apparently.
Not on Skadoodle, who's trying to defuse the bomb. I think Automatic should have been a little more aggressive angle. I mean, they didn't have much to work with, but still.
Automatic. Oh. I don't think he's going to peek that anymore. Oh, okay. Never mind. Just defying all logic. As Zeus gets a double kill himself, he's just going and fragging out. Flame gets the third. It's a quick round for Na'Vi. Very quick, actually. 22 seconds total. You can see at the top there. And Na'Vi now will take the lead again.
Yeah, that was just run and gun right there. Just peek angles, outshoot your opponent. Not much to analyze in that one.
Yeah. Very straightforward. Cloud9, finally a big gun round from them. And Na'Vi, well, they still have Flamey on a Mac 10, but they have a bit of money in excess, so in a way this is kind of like that first gun round. The teams are willing to throw away the SMGs in a fight. Oh, Tarek sees these players. The smoke's going to get in his way, though, over on Cat, so he can't really stay that far out for that long. He does have to fall back eventually. Na'Vi will continue to push forward into the apartments. Tarek does find the first mark, though. Takes down these first players that are trying to work their way back in. They're still going to have to deal with seized on Cat, so they're going to want to pay mind of that here in a few moments. Oh, but he's found by Skadoodle, too. And look at this. They're all stacked up. They don't even realize Automatic's going to make that push. And he gets a big 3K spray down to win the round for Cloud9 and tie it up again.
Cloud9, with the amazing read, they had 3 people in B before Na'Vi rushed B. So I was wondering if there's a Q or maybe C9. It's called ahead of time. This is stack B. They might hit B. So very good call, very good read on Cloud9. As you see right here, Na'Vi is able to buy again with AWP on Simple. Simple has been pretty good with it from the last series. Let's see if he's able to bring it again. Able to out-AWP Skadoodle. Or Scooby-Doo, as I called him earlier.
Why'd you call him that?
I don't know.
Just fun.
Sometimes I say things that doesn't make sense, Blue.
Yeah?
I'm a random guy.
Yeah?
Random, yeah.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, we do have Na'Vi going out to take mid control once more here. Tarek is going to be waiting over here on Cat to try and respond to some of that. Won't be very active about his presence, though, just kind of holding behind the Tetris box.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous angle to peek that one, especially if they get control of chair, which is that little corner that you can see catwalk. If you have an AK or AWP just posted up, it's just very, very dangerous to peek that angle. So Tarek's playing like a little off angle.
Simple up on Cat here too. Let me look for some opposites inside. Stewie, he's ready to take the battle against players pushing in connector though. So we find Zeus early on here, takes him down. Edward will trade, finding Automatic and Stewie to boot. So a nice exchange there for Na'Vi. Opens up quite a few options for them, and I believe they are going to follow through and execute on the A site as a result of that one. But there's still 2 players in the site. This may throw them off a bit. And speaking of getting thrown off, Skadoodle getting hit through. Man, Skadoodle has no luck for him. No room to do anything. Rush kind of saving the day here as it keeps Skadoodle alive for a little bit longer. That nade just barely leaving him up and running, but he finally does go down. Still 2 players left to fight, however, one of them in the site. This is what threw them off. They weren't expecting this extra man to be inside, and Tarek will close it down, giving the round to Cloud9.
Rush, good job staying alive. Hitting maybe shots for Rush, having a pretty good game as well. Didn't see much point of view, but him working this default box pretty nicely, creating angles, making them come to them in like weird, awkward angles that he made Na'Vi do, and able to secure himself 3 kills.
So C9, again, as the lead continues to volley back and forth, it goes into C9's court for now. They're going to have the double op set up on this round too, so a little bit of extra firepower. Na'Vi was using that quite a bit towards the end of their CT half, and it worked out very well for them when they weren't able to get it going. So we'll have to see how much success it'll have for the Cloud9 roster, especially on a round like this where Na'Vi obviously don't have a whole lot to throw at Cloud9. Just a couple smokes to line up some sort of an execute, but just pistols besides that.
I wonder if this is, are they going to go for an actual A execute? I mean, they're lined up obviously for the smokes. Yeah, I thought they were going to do the VP, where they like do a double fake A into B, but the bomb's here. So that's not going to happen.
Yeah, just going to be a straightforward play more than likely from Na'Vi. It's just about running the time down a bit more, kind of making Cloud9 fidget a little bit here. Hopefully get a couple players rotated off the site before they do eventually go into execute. But at the moment, Cloud9 staying very stable in their positions and not going to be one that will be swayed. That will be swayed over in this direction here now as Skadoodle strikes first. However, Zeus is there for a quick trade. Flashbangs are out though, and that does blind most of Na'Vi in the site. So Stewie moves him. However, Edward comes right back at it with another pickup here. Stewie goes down. It's going all over the place right now with Skadoodle finding the next frag up the back. And Automatic goes back in. A great spray transfer from him to make sure that he doesn't lose that out there. And that will indeed give Cloud9 the round. It's at a bit of a heavy cost as they do lose 3 players, but they do indeed still control the situation. Now get to get a bit more of a lead established.
Nice attempt from Na'Vi though. The Cloud9 though, showing that, you know, just waiting back, hitting their shots. And now there's a tactical timeout by Na'Vi. What do you think they're going to talk about, Blue?
Probably how to actually make some of these executes work.
That's always a good start. Thinking though, Cloud9, what's giving them trouble is Rush. It seems like Stewie, the 2 problem childs for Na'Vi. So Stewie is playing more connector, window area. He's mixing it up. Rush is default A, so.
Rush has been a massive problem for them.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe, if I was Zeus, maybe do a fake A into a B take. Do you have one of those, Zeus? Do you have a fake A into B take?
Well, that's the question, right? This is still like him kind of coming onto the roster pretty new, but you have to remember, obviously, he used to be on this roster, and there's really only, you know, besides him, there's only 1 player that's different from the core roster. So it's the question I have when he jumped that guy. Does he just leap right back in and they go back to what they were doing a year ago, or does he just kind of restart everything and do it all from scratch?
Look, some of these people can't remember what they ate last week. You think they can remember Strat from a year ago?
I don't know, man. Some people are organized.
You're right. They could be organized.
So maybe he's got a books sitting in the closet. Have to bust out the Na'Vi one.
You see here, Edward's going to smoke out the window. He's going to try to see how C9 reacts to this. And the connector smoke will make it seem like Na'Vi will be taking over Catwalk, but Automatic, he's in the window position, like ladder room, to really just spot and see if they're going up here.
It's going to be very slow. And they haven't been able to see any of the CTs yet, but Skadoodle is going to strike for what? Cease just rips off Stewie's head there. Rush will quickly trade it though, and as he again continues to be an issue here for the Na'Vi roster. They'll finally take him down at the hands of Simple. But he also goes down just a second later to Tarek. All that's left alive is going to be Edward, but that won't be for very long either. Automatic finds him in mid, and Cloud9 sit just 3 rounds away from being able to steal this first map away from Na'Vi.
Yeah, this is pretty. I think Na'Vi were trying to play the mind game right there, because they literally did this pretty much same strat as they were usually doing, just kind of like a slow default into A take, which is maybe. You know, the whole mind game, they call a timeout, you know, maybe Cloud9 was thinking maybe they're going to try to counter us, you know, but Na'Vi is playing third level games. Didn't work out. Maybe keep a little simpler.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Now, as a note, if I do remember correctly, this is C9's map pick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is their map pick. So if they take this one, they go over to train for the second map, which is a map that this new Cloud9 roster likes to play. Although,
yeah, are they good on it though?
Yeah, that's the question, right? Is like they seem to think that they have something going on the map, but every time I've seen them play on, it's been pretty underwhelming. So I feel like there's a good opportunity still for Na'Vi to trade this back and take it over to a third and final map. But we'll see. Like I said, the track record has been very good. I believe the matchup they played against SK earlier was on train, and we saw how that one went. And they also played it against North recently at the DreamHack Open Montreal finals, and they didn't fare too well on that map either. When they played against North there. So it's like 2 or 3 different teams they played this map against, and they haven't had the greatest amount of success. But maybe this is the time where they're finally going to be able to push through, and it would lead to a quick 2-0 victory for them, assuming they take this map, of course.
As you can see, Na'Vi's going to set up for some kind of B execute here. They do have 3 smokes, 2 flashes, and a Molotov. So, but they do have Tark. They do have 2 people in B, and Tark taking out Simple right away. This makes the strat just a little bit easier. And taking out Edward as well, so I think the strat came out as not a great success.
This one's not a winner, Na'Vi.
It's not a winner. It's just too hard when you get picked off
Yeah.
the bat, and when you set up for something, and it's really hard to do slow default setups when they have ops peeking every angle.
Well, more being found in mid as they lose 1 additional player. The last 2 end up inside of mid again, and yeah, that's not gonna work. Flaming just gets caught swinging out onto Cat there. Automatic will find him, and then Stewie from inside of the window takes down Seized, gives the round to Cloud9. 14-10 becomes our scoreline, and we go into what could be the last full gun round from Na'Vi.
Could be indeed, as Simple's going to pick up the off on T side. Kind of interested to see if he's going to, what kind of pick he's going to go for. He has a good spawn, I believe, so he might go for that straight mid pick right away. But Stewie having a better spawn. As Simple gets flashed back on the cow, he's kind of lurking in the smoke here, trying to see any cat push. Now it's up to Simple to open up a kill, but Stewie takes out Simple with a headshot and all. And now this round is looking in favor of C9. As Flame is trying to get in Hall's position, gets walled by Tarek, and Tarek smartly repositions himself back in the bomb site, creating angles, Blue, creating angles. That's what you got to do.
Making dreams happen.
Got to make dreams come true.
Well, for Automatic, he's going to push forward, closer up towards Get right here now. And we'll play into that corner instead of out in the open. Skadoodle hits another shot, and that's actually, where was he positioned at? Oh, okay, so he finds it from back sight in the window, I think. So he's able to get that kill there. And now Edward, one of the last few standing players for Na'Vi, is going to go in, check Darkroom first. But Stewie is watching for this, checking this out, expecting it. However, hold on now. He's not actively looking towards it. I love when that happens. Edward, not sure if it was intentional, but works out to where he just waits for him to look at him, and hello. Shoots him in the head.
Peekaboo. So yeah, with Na'Vi, they're just getting destroyed by Cloud9's Alps at the start of the round to get the picks that they need. I think for Na'Vi to really just try to come back, maybe just got to make it just simple their strats. Go for a simple A execute.
What is happening here? Zeus getting all these kills. A 1-for-1 trade brings us down to a 1v1 all of a sudden here now. And Skadoodle is caught behind the molly, but it doesn't matter. Takes the shot and wins the round for Cloud9. But that got dodgy for a second. A little messy there for Cloud9.
It's pretty quick.
They're going to want to be careful.
That's that turn around, and Zeus is getting too. Zeus has been looking pretty good so far in this tournament. Hitting shots. Showing that in-game leader can frag, guys. They can.
Yeah.
Even though he's 16-21, he's had some important clutch kills.
I'm worth it, as Zeus says.
I'm worth it. So 2 options here, Blue. A simple A smoke execute. Really hard for Alps to retake it. If you're on point, you do the routes right. Make the Alpers retake it. At least force them through a rifle if they want to retake it. Or double fake, which is more likely.
They haven't faked it all this map.
They haven't faked it all. And I'm thinking, I want to see a double fake. I want to see if Na'Vi has the double fake in their arsenal.
It's so risky to do it on a round like this, though.
Well, I mean, any rounds, I guess, risky at this point.
Well, I'm saying the thing is, if like even one thing goes wrong with that fake, then they lose the map. So they might have a hard time justifying it given the scoreline.
And look at this. They're set up for probably a simple A take. They're going to wait. I think Simple's going to late lurk towards the middle. And then they're going to execute right now.
Well, in will go Navi as they do attempt to push their way forward. Molly will get in the way. Doesn't block the whole path, but Edward gets flashed again. Stops him from pushing forward. Skadoodle catches that first kill, and Edward just trying to dodge flashbangs, but can't be seen. Stewie comes down from the sky, gets a double kill before being traded out by Flamey. And now a 3v2 for Cloud9. They won't be doing anything aggressive just yet. Loses his teammate, but opens up a window for Simple to get at least one more frag. Ultimately, though, Cloud9 will win it out and take control of map number 1 here on